2024 has been a banner year for physical media, whether that's box sets, Blu-ray, 4K, studio titles, whatever you want. It's been a great year if you're a 4K, Blu-ray collector, physical media collector, whatever. But here are the 10 best physical media releases from 2024. But first, we'll go through some of the criteria of what I did to pick these releases. So we'll go through what basically amounts to as picture quality, on-disc extras, and physical extras. Yes, we're including physical extras here because, well, we're physical media collectors, so we love seeing stuff on our shelf. We love physical extras with our stuff, and so that's a big portion of what makes these releases special. Some of these are just the standard normal releases, which is pretty insane, and some of them, well, they're big, gigantic special editions that make you feel something and make you feel special as a collector to hold in your hand and to look at and to enjoy. So without further ado, let's get to number 10. Number 10, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, the 4K Steelbook release that Disney put out. This sort of goes hand in hand with the Andor Steelbook release that they put out, and the other Steelbook releases that they've put out of WandaVision, the Marvel shows, stuff like that. But the Kenobi one in particular, because one, I enjoy this show the most out of all of them. Two, it looks absolutely stunning in 4K. Andor looks great as well, so that's basically a functional tie between these two. But with Kenobi, you get plenty of on-disc extras as well, in addition to the beautiful, just magnificent 4K Steelbook here with some great art of Ewan McGregor as Kenobi there. And also, you get lobby cards, or you get little art cards. I haven't opened mine, but they do look great, and then you have some great art inside the box as well. This overall just proves that if Disney wanted to, and if they put their mind to it, they can put great physical media releases out, and yet for a lot of their stuff they choose not to. Most of the stuff that does go to Disney Plus does not get a physical media release. Most of the stuff that goes to Hulu does not get a physical media release, and that's sad. That makes me sad as a collector. It makes me sad as a fan of TV and film because, well, we're not getting a physical version that has all this love put into it, but these releases do happen to have a lot of love and care put into them. So Kenobi starts off the list here of the top 10 physical media releases of 2024. Next up, we have a relatively new title on the list, but boy, this one, I didn't think that A Nightmare on Elm Street needed a great, wonderful 4K restoration. And yet here we have it, and it is so beautiful. It is just, this movie looks like it has a fresh coat of paint. It looks great across the board. A Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K. This is just the standard edition. It's not the crazy Steelbook one, but it is all the same on the disc. And those on-disc contents are great as well. It does port over a lot of the stuff from whatever special edition you have of A Nightmare on Elm Street. I have one of the Steelbooks on Blu-ray. I have it on that box set that I did a video about where we need a new one. But this release, nothing special in the inside. This is really about what's on disc. And what you're getting here, you're getting both the theatrical and the unrated cuts. You're getting commentaries, alternate endings, featurettes, a bunch of good stuff included on this disc. And this was just a hell of a release, and hopefully it signifies that we are getting the rest of the series on 4K, because if they did a great job with this one, those other movies don't have the kind of love and care that have been put in on this first movie, so they could use it Nightmare on Elm Street 2, all the way up to if they include Freddy vs. Jason, which isn't likely, but a Nightmare on Elm Street 4K box set, that would be something to get excited about for 2025. This release, on the other hand, is something to get excited about while you're still in 2024. This is one of the best, if not the best, horror release of 2024. The picture quality is stunning. The on-disc contents are stunning. Go buy this if you really, really like A Nightmare on Elm Street, or if you need to upgrade your Blu-ray. Speaking of another studio title that I was scared just out of my mind of, and that is number 7, or number 8, pardon me. That is number 8, The Terminator, from James Cameron. This release, oh boy. I said it in one of my previous videos, I don't own True Lies, Aliens, or The Abyss on 4K yet. I'm waiting to buy them used. I don't want to support the use of AI upscaling. Well, this one I got from work for free, so I didn't pay for it, but this one, I'm happy to report, looks stunning. It looks beautiful across the board. They did not ruin this movie with all the AI upscaling crap like they did with True Lies. Maybe they learned some lessons with it, Maybe they made it so that people's faces didn't look so waxy, the hair didn't look horrible. Go look up screenshots of True Lies. Go look it up in motion. In motion, it does look better than the screenshots give it, but it still is a subpar product. This, on the other hand, includes plenty of special features as well. Deleted scenes, a featurette, a documentary, all that kind of stuff. It is a bit of a bare bones one. There is a 4K steelbook of this as well. Just kind of, you know, nothing special on the inside as usual with studio releases, but this one is all about what's on the disc once again, and this one, it looks stunning. This movie, I can't tell if I like it more than Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is like one of the best sequels of all time, so hopefully that gets a nice 4K upscale, 4K coat of paint as well. This movie needed it more than that one though. This one looks beautiful across the board. One of the best studio releases of the year. There's only a couple here that are, you know, left that top this one, but one of them is also probably the movie of the year, so we'll get to that later. But the Terminator on 4K is totally worth buying. It is one of the best releases of 2024. Number 7, we have the Conan Chronicles from Arrow Video. This one's from earlier in the year, much earlier in the year, but it doesn't matter because this is just one of the most stunning pieces of work that Arrow Video has ever done. And it just, you know, if you can just get the standard editions of these, because this special edition is out of print and all of that, go for it. The standard editions are great. You get some just beautiful picture upgrades, picture quality, stuff like that. You can check out my video that I did about this, whether or not this was worth it, and hell yeah, it is worth it. You get lobby cards, you get multiple discs, you get just across the board a beautiful transfer for the Conan the Barbarian, and a beautiful piece of work on Conan the Destroyer as well, because this movie needed some work, and this movie, it got some work. It has lobby cards and all of that good stuff. You just get a total package of Conan the Barbarian goodness here. And if you end up with the special edition as well, mine is, this spot on the list is for this special edition because it is so good. It does include that booklet, posters, the box, the sturdy ass box that Arrow Video puts out. But if you can just get the standard edition, it is good, just as good on disc, but you don't get the special box and all of that. So if you're into physical media collecting, you won't get all of that stuff. But this, it just, look at that. Look at that on the back. I could read this and it would take you 20 minutes and you would all click off and go away, but don't click off and go away. Keep watching because we're getting to some better physical media releases of 2024. But for now, Conan, the Conan Chronicles on 4K is the best thing that Arrow Video has put out this year in a year of great releases for them. Number 6, we have the, I think the newest release on this list, and that is The Keep from Vinegar Syndrome. Yes, folks, this 4K is one of the most anticipated releases, was one of the most anticipated releases of 2024. There were rumors of it, there were rumblings of it, and then we finally had it confirmed, and then it sold out in like 2 days. Luckily for us, we're getting another 4K of this. You can get the standard edition, but this special edition did sell out. This release is a dream come true. I know Michael Mann doesn't like this movie. That's why there's not, you know, there isn't a big push to get all of the extra stuff that was cut out that the studio meddled with. But to have this movie on 4K in 2024 into 2025 is a miracle in and of itself. It is a miracle. This release is just absolutely stunning, a stunning piece of work. Some of the best work that Vinegar Syndrome has ever done with restoring a movie to just places where you didn't think that it could go with the picture quality and all of that. It really just, it sings on screen. It is one of my favorites already. It is just such a great release. You can see here with the slipcover and all of that. It is just a stunning piece of work from Vinegar Syndrome, and it's one of their best of the year. If this is the quality that they keep up with, The Keep is well worth it. Go get that standard edition if you missed out on this one, and you'll get all the great on-disc content. But this just total package of physical media is the best thing that Vinegar Syndrome did all year. At number 5, we have a movie that was heavily hyped going into physical media, and that was Godzilla Minus One. This is a box set that I got. This is the 4K. This box set is... this movie, it felt like it had sort of a hype of its own after the theatrical release, and then people were going, when is it going to go on streaming? When can I rent it? When can I own it? And they did not miss with this release of Godzilla Minus One. This special box set is just an insane release. It keeps folding out. It has so many discs. It is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. It includes Godzilla Minus One on 4K, on Blu-ray. It does include the minus color versions as well. It is just the total package. This movie stunned me. I was stunned when I watched this movie. I didn't really want to go see it. I'm not like a gigantic Godzilla fan. I love some of the Godzilla movies, but this is easily one of the best monster movies of the past 10 years, 20 years. It is one of the best physical media releases. This is in Japanese, obviously, but it does have some beautiful pictures and beautiful imagery here. It does include also a nice bit of a pamphlet and all of that, but this release is one of the best. There is no shortage of Godzilla Minus One releases on 4K, but the picture quality and the transfer of this release right here is the best one, is the one that you want to look out for. But if you can't get this one, go for any of the other ones because they're stunning. I've seen them in motion. I've seen pictures. This one just is the best when it comes to physical goodies that come with it. But Godzilla Minus One across the board, one of the best physical media releases of 2024. At number 4, we have I'll call it the last studio release here because there is another studio release down there, but it is a very special inclusion. But that is the 4K Ultra HD for Dune Part 2, which, depending on what day you're going to ask me, either Gladiator 2 or Dune Part 2 is my movie of the year. But Dune Part 2 is a showcase movie for your 4K TV, your sound system, whatever you have that is top of the line that you want to impress somebody with, you do it with Dune Part 2. This, you Dune it with Dune Part 2. Yes, we'll do that. We'll Dune that. But this release is just... It's hard to find words when something so good in the theater matches up that is so good at home and just on a big, beautiful, vibrant just screen. And with everything here, Dune Part 2, the quality of the movie is matched by the quality of the transfer, the quality of the sound, the quality of the bonus features here. It's a studio release, and you're getting an hour plus of bonus features, featurettes, all of that. It is just epic in every sense of the word. This is the high point for physical media releases. WB has screwed up so badly when it comes to their film division, but for their physical media releases, they knock it out of the park, whether it's this one or the WB 100 series that they did. This is the best studio release and one of the best that you're ever going to get. And Dune Part 2, if you have not seen this movie, you need to go see this movie. Go watch the first one, then watch this one. It is a spectacle. It is one of the best films ever made. It is just truly an exquisite time watching movies. So go check out Dune Part 2 and grab this 4K because you will not regret it. It is one of the best, if not the best of the year. But we've got 3 more down here that rival this one. So we've got the final 3, and we've got the third one here. This is the Paramount Screams box set. This is Volume 2. The first Paramount Screams was also one of the best from a physical standpoint, a value standpoint. This thing is cheap as hell to get, and you get this. It is not out of print. You get this. Everything that's included in my hands right now, you get, and then some. For a value proposition, if you just want to own Breakdown on 4K, buy this set because Breakdown on Blu-ray was out of print, ridiculously expensive. And here you get plenty of physical items. I don't know if this digital code has been taken, but go ahead, check and see. Let me know in the comments if it hasn't. There's World War Z. But it includes Friday the 13th Part 2 on 4K, Orphan, First Kill on 4K, Breakdown on 4K, and World War Z on 4K. So the movies aren't necessarily better than the first Paramount Screams box set, which was an excellent release, but this one also includes a special edition of Fangoria that took me forever to try to get out of the box. But just an excellent release, and you can only get this copy of Fangoria in this release. So if you want to read about all these movies, go grab this, and you get a free magazine with it as well. On top of it, there's just so much stuff in here. I'm trying my hardest to get it out. It comes with a poster. You get a poster of the wonderful, amazing cover art that they did for it right here. Check that out. That is an amazing poster. You get patches. You get a Camp Crystal Lake patch right there from Paramount Scares. You get a pin. You get what is this, a sticker? Yes, you get a sticker. You get the movies, which is just awesome altogether. Just truly an excellent, excellent release. And let me get the movies out here so you can see them. But here's Breakdown. Great movie. The Blu-ray was well worth it. The Blu-ray was out of print. We've got Friday the 13th Part 2. We've got, if I can get it out, it's hard to get out of here. These slipcovers are tight in this box, and I'm dropping stuff everywhere. But we've got Orphan First Kill, which was another great prequel-ish movie. And then we've got World War Z, which I like the book more for World War Z than the movie, but the movie does do a good job. It's a pretty scary zombie movie. But this release overall, when you include all of this stuff that I'm taking out and putting back in, when you include all of it, and you add on top of it the price of Breakdown on 4K, on Blu-ray, you get a mega value of just epic proportions. And then the box looks beautiful. The box is nice. It stands up on my shelf. It's green. It goes very nicely with the red one that's up there. If you want these 4 movies, you cannot get better than a freaking studio box set like this. Paramount has knocked it out of the park with physical media this year, but this box set in particular is one of their best. Just an excellent all-around release that is of value for collectors. That's the best thing about it, is that it is a value. You're not paying $200 for this, you know, $50 a 4K plus all the crap that you're getting with it. You're paying like $80. And that is a miracle of physical media. This release, you can get it for even cheaper than that when it goes on sale. Look out for it. It is excellent if you want all 4 of those movies, or if you just want Breakdown. Like I've been saying, that movie is great if you haven't seen it, if you love Kurt Russell, but this release, the best value of the year for physical media. Now for the final 2. And we have another one that I thought was never going to come out on 4K, and that is Trick or Treat, the 1986 movie. This is from Synapse. It is just a beautiful release. It had 4 different covers. I got this one because I really enjoyed it, but this release, I was looking so forward to this. I saw this movie in the theater at the New Beverly here in Los Angeles, and I was hooked. It is heavy metal. It is just everything about life that I love. It is heavy metal. It's horror movies. It's all this stuff. It is just an excellent, excellent release, a 3-disc release with a reversible slipcover, Blu-ray, 4K, all of that. It includes the soundtrack. It is just a bunch of head-banging extras, and if you love heavy metal like I do, you get lobby cards. You get a catalog of Synapse Films' stuff. It is just, you get a booklet, you get a poster. These special releases like this with these books and stuff like that with essays and pictures and behind-the-scenes stuff, it is just a treasure trove for physical media fans. It is a treasure trove for fans of the movies. So if you love Trick or Treat like I do, this movie, it does fall into some of the traps that, you know, these 80s movies do, like the Satanic Panic kind of stuff about heavy metal, but it does so in a fun way, and going around and seeing Sammy Kerr kill people with music, with heavy metal, is just an otherworldly experience, and that's what I can describe this release as. It is an otherworldly experience, and there goes the J card, so you can see the back of that. It is an otherworldly heavy metal physical media experience. If you love heavy metal, you will love Trick or Treat, and I just can't wax enough about this release. Synapse Films knocked it out of the park. They did such a great job with this. It's such a wonderful release. They have a standard edition of this available, so don't worry if you see prices of this box set. You can get the standard edition, you get all of the on-disc content, you get the wonderful 4K transfer, you get the movie finally on 4K, finally on Blu-ray. That's the most important thing about this, is that we waited for so long to get this movie in a nice possible picture quality and nice possible release. And I would have taken just a standard Blu-ray of this that was just in HD. But they went above and beyond and gave us something that was truly special, truly worth the money, and Trick or Treat from Synapse Films is the second best physical media release of 2024. So here we go. What's the #1 physical media release of 2024? Well, it's one that I waited for a long time as well for, and that is The Hitcher on 4K from Second Sight. This box set was in the making for God knows how long. Just an absolutely epic box set here, and I'm going to try to get this open without, I got it off earlier without, there we go. You slide this off. See, you can see I almost mangled this little slip box or whatever. Do not mangle this trying to get it out. You can just slip it off if you buy this. But this release is the real goddamn deal. This release is just the physical stuff included is amazing enough. But seeing this movie in 4K, this movie, if you haven't seen it, if you love Rutger Hauer, it's just another experience of horror movies. Rutger Hauer is just truly terrifying in this movie. It comes with a massive book. How many pages is this from Second Sight? 201-page book on the Hitcher, filled with essays, pictures, everything you would want about this movie. If you love this movie, I love this movie. It is so good. Just a movie that needed a beautiful release like this. You get lobby cards as well. But just stuff with the excellent art that's on it. Just overall, this is just a total package. You have the screenplay for the movie included as well. So you can read the screenplay and see what changes were made and all of that through this movie. This is just another level on how to do a physical media release. And then you get the 4K and the Blu-ray as well. And just an exceptional job that Second Sight did, proving that if you're getting a Second Sight release, you're getting something that is going to be the utmost quality, the utmost of importance for fans of these movies. And this release just shows the love and care that goes into physical media releases like this, because the people that make these are just like you and I watching. They love these movies. They want to see them in the best possible way, and you get to see them in the best possible way. So this movie coming out in this 4K box set was a miracle. It still is a miracle. It is the best physical media release of 2024. You cannot do better than Second Sight's version of The Hitcher. So go get it for yourself if you love this movie. If you're on the fence, buy this release. It is the best possible. It is, if not for the Halloween or the Friday the 13th box set, my third favorite physical media release in my entire collection. And I have, 700 plus titles here. This is one of the best of all time. This is an all-timer. It is one of the best. Buy it if you like it. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it, and then you'll want to buy this release because this movie is fantastic as well. What is your favorite physical media release of 2024? Did I not get to it here? Is it one of the Terrifier releases? Is it something else? Is it a different Godzilla Minus One? Let me know in the comments, because I want to know. I want to know if I missed anything, if there was something from 2024 that I didn't get to. But if you like this video and you want to see more about physical media, maybe some physical media collecting tips, check out these videos or this video right here, and you will learn all you need to know about collecting.